sitting in a room surrounded by many people. I know who none of them are, but let's assume we are all equals. There's a woman with no shoes and a man with no shirt, a child with no food, and a few people look hurt. Then one man enters, dressed in a fine suit, and starts strutting around this room we are confined to. He puts up curtains between all of us occupants, then turns to me and says, "Welcome to opulence." The man starts to bring me shoes, shirt, food, care, and asks me for a small fee and leaves me to sit there. A long time passes, I forget about the others as I sit and enjoy all these things with which I'm smothered. Soon two people approach my section, both dressed quite like me, and ask me a question. "Do you like all that you have?" I replied, "Yes, honestly it makes me glad." Then they said, "Would you like to know where it comes from?" To be warned, the honest answer will create quite a conundrum. So I said, I guess I should know. Paused for a second and said, "Yes, I suppose." "Do you remember the others?" they asked me sharply. I said, "Yes." Then they looked at me quite darkly. "All that you have, they provide. It comes from the man with the suits," what I replied. They both stared at me and said, "Are you certain?" Then took the time to pull back the curtain. What I saw made me less of a speaker. It was the woman with no shoes making my sneakers, and the child with no food growing all my sustenance. The two people next to me said, "You should know what you're up against. Everything you have, the suited man gets from them. Then he charges you a fee and repeats the same thing again. These poor people are never compensated." I sat down for a moment and then contemplated. I stood up and exclaimed, "'Cause I'm the one who consumes, I'm obligated to bring global justice to the room." "Not too fast," said my two companions. "You must think about your actions, not explode like a cannon." "You are correct, you do have an obligation, but incorrect in thinking you control the situation. We must explore this from every perspective. We are not heroes, we are simply detectives." Then I looked around at all of the room's citizens and decided it was time for me to do some listening.